Right now we're going to go ahead and check on this bacon and flip it on over. And as you can see, it's already getting hot. Skillet's already means business. And what will happen sometimes when you put meat down, thinly shaved meat to cook, is that it'll fold on you. And sometimes your bacon will roll up. Just take a half a second to hold down these parts until, I hate to say it, but the rigor mortis settles. Because that's basically what you're dealing with. It's flesh tensing up. Alright, so now we're going to deal with the egg. We'll take a little butter. I like using real butter. Margarine is, you know, I like using real butter. So, you know, you take some butter and you just let it do its thing to coat the pan. And you want the coating all over it, and even on the edge just a wee bit, because when you cook your egg will stick to whatever is not oiled. But yeah, what you're dealing with is just a frequent series of flipping the bacon over and over. And every now and again you're going to actually not only flip the bacon, but you're going to turn the bacon around so that it arcs the other way. Okay, and that way you can get an even finish on your bacon. Look, doesn't that look good? Doesn't that already look good? Awesome. So we're going to go ahead and flip it again. Just so that no one side gets too much attention on the skillet. And then right about now, I guess we'll go ahead and turn it around. You know, because every now and again, you know, I don't cook on gas, and it's not because I don't choose to cook on gas, it's just whatever has been afforded to me. But one thing that I know about cooking on electric ranges is that sometimes the heat isn't constant, it isn't thorough. Sometimes it's a little bit hotter on this side. Sometimes there's a sweet spot or a cold spot. So, you know, you'll want to know your range. Know your range. And also, you also will want to learn how to cook according to your hot and your cool spots on the skillet or on the range. And like I said, we're going to keep turning it. I think this probably will be the last flip. And I know because a little bit of smoke is starting to rise out of it, and you got a golden brown, a deep savory color to it. But like I said, when it comes to bacon and most foods, even after you take it off, it's going to cook another 2 to 5 minutes on its own. So you get that off of that grill, you get that off of the range as soon as you can, and then you drop it on a way to blot a paper towel or some way to blot the oil or blot the grease. Now the grease being hot, it's going to flow down and away from the food anyway, but you know, make sure that it has some place to flow down and away from. No need eating any more grease than you have to. You don't want that in your body. You want to toss that out. Okay, so now the bacon is done. One thing that I wanted to let you guys know about how to dispose of the leftover grease. Grandma used to have a can right here that she used to pour all of the extra grease and the vegetable oil from, you know, fried chicken or anything else that had oil. She would collect it there and use it at her own leisure. We don't live in that age anymore. You want to throw this type of stuff out. But one thing you must not do is pour it down the sink, especially without soap added to it. So, you know, you're going to set this to the side and kind of let this dry, but you're going to saturate this with water and soap and break down the oils so that when you wash this out, it doesn't clog your drain. And you'll want to let this cool, because when you add the soap and water, you don't want the molecules of the soap and water to actually fuse with the metals, because you will taste it next time you cook. Okay, let's have a look at that bacon. Isn't that gorgeous? That's gorgeous. See? Look at that. Now, even though it looks a little dark on the camera, that's red. That's not brown. It looks brown on the. It looks brownish, like it may be singed on camera. Now it's time to get the eggs done. We put the pan back on the rear eye on medium. One of the main things to remember that when you're dealing with pots and pans and skillets on the range, sometimes you may have them over here. Don't do that. Don't put your stuff so that somebody can knock it over or scald themselves. Always have your handles angled toward the center so no one gets hurt. It's not about you. It's about the people around you. Okay. So, with that known, now it's time to deal with the eggs. We've had this on and it's getting pretty hot. Just getting a little bit of steamy smoke on the from the butter. Now, how do you crack an egg? This is how you crack an egg. You can do it with one hand. You hold it with the 3 fingers. Boom, boom, and boom. All right, so you go ahead and pop it on the side, but you're going to use your thumb and your index finger to go ahead and open the gap as such. And that is how you crack an egg without getting shells all in it. All right, so we got it going. There's the egg thus far. Now we're not gonna try to sunny side up this and make this all special. Just go ahead and add in your pepper, and then maybe some salt or seasoning salt, or like I like garlic salt. I love garlic. Just a little something simple. And then we're just gonna go ahead and scramble the eggs. That's right, we're gonna mess up the yolk on purpose. And just give it a little scramble. That's it, nothing much. So, you know, you're not gonna be trying to make it look all perfect. There is no perfect when it comes to eggs, you know what I'm saying? Just forget about it. And just make sure that all of the wet parts have a chance to cook for themselves, and you know, keep it moving. You can shuffle it back and forth. Yeah, like that. Boom. And before you know it, you're done. You're done cooking the eggs. Now remember what I told you before. Just because you turned it off, it's still cooking. It's still cooking, and it's gonna cook for about 2 minutes after you slide it onto your plate. Now, we're gonna go ahead and put that over there and make sure that all of the eyes are off. And then now that that's finished, we're gonna go ahead and add our bacon to the plate. We'll take away the blotting napkin, and boom, there you have it. Bacon and eggs, and the perfect batch of bacon. Thank you for joining us. like, comment, subscribe, and or share, because that's how our Starship flies. And me, I'm going to enjoy breakfast. See you later, Starshippers. Peace.